Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Universal Channeling. Channeling the Conscious Universe. Suzy Ward, channeling Matthew Ward, September 15, 2018. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. If you are sensing that something important is afoot, you may be responding to the energy of behind-the-scenes efforts that are poised for action. Those efforts are why we are speaking about the incredulity of numerous readers that Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump are in the international group working to abolish the Illuminati's criminal empire and hold the guilty accountable. Is it not realistic that the leaders of those two powerful nations would be involved in such a vital global undertaking? It is not realistic that only persons in positions with that degree of influence could uproot centuries-old control of your world? Is their participation, in fact, not essential since Russia has evidence of Illuminati criminality and many at the peak of that secret society are US citizens, who must be brought to justice according to that nation's laws? Yet, a surprising number of readers wrote that we destroyed, undermined or lost our credibility because we did not echo the outrage, frustration, condemnation, and fear in their emails about the two presidents. The low vibrations of those emotions cannot exist at this station, but we do understand them. They are pervasive in your world, and that is why this is a matter of such importance. The universal law of attraction like attracts like is in continuous motion, and the energy of low vibratory feelings provides more situations to evoke the same kinds of reactions. This self-perpetuating cycle is not serving you well. Lifting the world's yoke of corruption, deceit, and oppression requires the high vibrations of light-filled thoughts and feelings. Light, the same energy as love, is what will manifest a peaceful world where people respect each other and cooperate for the good of all, where everyone lives in harmony with nature and shares equally in Earth's magnificent abundance. Dear brothers and sisters, never doubt your ability to co-create that kind of wondrous world. It already is flourishing in the continuum, and your dedication as volunteer light workers helped that unprecedented achievement come into being. Our response to the following email also will address other readers' questions and comments about climate change. Matthew, could you say that the Earth has been dehydrated, with deserts and unequal distribution of water resources, and that the climate changes taking place now is a change from a dehydrated land surface to a fully hydrated one? But most of all, could you give specifics about the ongoing weather manipulation, who, where, how, and what we can do to stop it, if we should do something? Dehydrated land will become hydrated, that is certain, but since climate change is the result of humankind's mistreatment of the planet, it will get little credit for that transformation. Deserts will become arable lands again and all waters purified by Earth's own doing, aided by your technology when it emerges from dark suppression and technology extraterrestrial members of our universal family will introduce. You will be amazed at how quickly your damaged environment can be restored to health and vibrancy. That is on Earth's horizon. Now let us speak about today. Manipulating weather by technologically increasing and directing wind velocity and intensifying or decreasing cloud activity, to cause downpours or drought, respectively, is the work of the Illuminati, the Cabal. They don't need to start an event from scratch, just exacerbate whatever existing condition serves their interests. They can maneuver a mild storm into a hurricane, turn a small fire into a wildfire, send temperatures soaring or plunging, intensify tremors into earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. And, the energy of those events isn't confined to the areas where they occur, it goes global, so to say. A typhoon heading toward Indonesia, for example, not only sets in motion conditions thousands of miles away, but also stirs things up within the planet. The encouraging word here is, ET Craft's technology reduces the extent of destruction intended by the Illuminati. Witness the lessening of Hurricane Florence's force. Nevertheless, if weather and seismic activity happened naturally, the release of negativity would be done more gently and Earth would be farther along her way to a moderate climate globally. However, it would be unfair to blame the Illuminati for all abnormal weather and natural disasters you are experiencing. Pollution of your air, earth, and water, deep mining, drilling, and fracking, destruction of rainforests and damming of rivers are contributors to climate change, which comes in tandem with environmental damage. And, in large part, those situations arose with the modernization of your world as industries' products and services have provided employment and increasing comfort and convenience to many. Growing awareness that progress in those respects cannot continue damaging the planet is spurring visionary innovations in power generation, engineering, fuel, construction, transportation, agriculture, and recycling of waste into usable forms. There is another, and perhaps the major, contributor to extreme weather: myriad energy streamers with attachments of negative thoughts and feelings. This is where and how you can, and should do something. We spoke about the importance of light-filled thoughts and feelings across the board, and action is necessary too. Speak confidently and optimistically about the future to inspire individuals to look ahead more positively. Their new outlook will motivate them to speak out similarly, and so on and so forth. Support the efforts of local organizations to uplift circumstances for the communities needy. Be a voice for the arts, which nourish the soul. Participate in or start a group to preserve the local environment, save energy, establish and fund a no-kill animal shelter. Everything that promotes positive attitudes and betters situations emits the high vibrations that light up your world and hasten Earth's return to her former paradise self. Matthew spoke about time accelerating right now, and I am wondering, what happens to our concept of time when the planet ascends to the next density? Will time slow down again / cease to exist? The consciousness of the populace will rise correspondingly with Earth's ascension into higher densities, and dependence upon clocks and calendars will gradually cease as life in the continuum becomes natural. In this moment, the concept of timelessness isn't comprehensible to you, nor need it be, but be assured that the transition will come about effortlessly. You said some information in your messages comes from Nirvana's monitors of Earth. Are they different from other souls in spirit life? How does their information system work? We thank this reader for bringing to our attention that we do indeed need to tell you about these information gatherers and providers and how they are serving Earth and our beloved family there. Monitors' detailed reports supplement information we glean from localized and planetary vibrations and relevant streamers in Earth's energy field of potential, so their assistance to us is significant. However, the most crucial use of their data is serving you in life-saving ways via extraterrestrial special forces on the planet, whose extraordinary capabilities are effective on-site or remotely, and cruise in your skies. Other users include the Council of Nirvana, souls in stations like ours that also are helping Earth's peoples awaken, and evolved civilizations that filter universal principles to selected scientists and philosophers on Earth. All communication between the monitors and users is telepathic, and with few exceptions, the millions of monitors are souls whose last lifetime was on Earth. The exceptions could be called visiting pros, members of evolved civilizations who have advanced knowledge and experience, and, just as in your world, those who have more, train those who have less. The monitors take turns to observe 24/7 the activities on Earth that are within their areas of proficiency. Let us digress for a moment. Residents of Nirvana never tire, thus turn-taking is only to give everyone the opportunity to serve in the monitoring field if they so choose. Which of the many areas of employment to enter always is a personal choice, and so is employment itself. Residents may spend their time doing whatever is fulfilling. Perhaps traveling throughout the realm, pursuing educational interests, honing artistic talents or crafting skills, enjoying summer and winter sports, designing and manifesting home decor, materializing entertainment such as TV programs, participating in theatrical presentations, relaxing in solitude or resuming a loving relationship, or any combination of those choices along with episodes of employment if they so wish. And, the monitoring field was established only about a quarter century ago in linear time. Prior to its inception, it was impermissible for anyone in Nirvana to peer into or eavesdrop on lives on Earth unless there were love bond connections, and those have an energy shield that honors the privacy of the persons beloved by the realm's residents. After Creator decreed that there shall be no more nuclear detonations in space, and God authorized civilizations with the ability to prevent those to do so, Nirvana's monitoring service was established as a communication tool to help prevent that kind of massive devastation, and it expanded into other areas of assistance to Earth's life forms. Now then, the number of monitors focusing on the same target varies with what is occurring on Earth, and whether that number is hundreds or thousands, all compare their observations to assure accuracy before relaying information to the pertinent users. The most critical targets are nuclear weaponry and energy, both of which court folly in a third-density world. Monitors with expertise in those fields watch developments in all countries that have those facilities and maintain open channels with craft crews, and ET special forces. When crews are told that missiles with nuclear warheads are being prepared for launch, they use their craft's technology to cause malfunctions. That is why all attempts to send a warhead to its intended destination have failed. When monitors detect risk at a nuclear power plant, they notify the Special Forces members who can prevent the development of an explosive situation. The catastrophe in Japan was unique. At that time the Illuminati still controlled technology that could initiate and keep mammoth earthquakes in action, and nothing could have prevented the resultant tsunami. Soon afterwards, though, a crew landed so their craft's technology could assist Special Forces colleagues keep radiation under hazardous levels and minimize activity in the reactors. Another example of monitoring that averts a widespread deadly situation has to do with Illuminati laboratory-designed diseases. Informing Special Forces scientists about those developments has enabled them to render the viruses impotent prior to their release and prevent the intended pandemics. Monitors who concentrate on your atmosphere stay in touch with the crews and souls of an advanced civilization that appear as clouds in your skies, the two sources that reduce toxic aspects of chemtrails and other pollutants. Monitoring groups that observe Earth's seas and oceans notify Special Forces members who can preserve to some extent reefs and marine life in waters that become polluted. When the drilling rig exploded off the coast of Texas some years ago and spewed oil into the Gulf of Mexico, these monitors transmitted tones to guide marine life away from the spreading oil. Dousing the fire and capping the rig was not within ET jurisdiction. That was the responsibility of individuals whose decisions enabled that environmental disaster. In addition to collaborative information and action efforts, we know from monitors about unpublicized activities of individuals who influence what happens in your world. That is why we could tell you that the Illuminati minions in the US who rigged the 2016 Democratic primaries erred in attempting to do the same in the presidential election, for instance, and that Russia is not guilty of numerous accusations against it. That we received the same information from ET Special Forces and various intelligence agencies attests to the accuracy of monitors' reports. Like all other light beings in this universe, monitors are not permitted to interfere with anyone's free will, but in their mission to help safeguard Earth and her life forms, they are authorized to help alter the outcome of dark intentions and lessen the effects of harmful conditions. Dear family, when you count your blessings, please include these souls and the countless others in our universal family whose assistance to your well-being is invaluable. All lighted beings honor your service to Earth and support you with the unequaled power of unconditional love. Love and peace. Suzanne Ward. Website, The Matthew Books. Email, suzy@matthewbooks.com.